streaming. And then make sure that I'm live. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You're watching live with LWL, Lindsay with love. Today is Wednesday, February 5th. Ooh, I had to blink for a second. Wednesday, February 5th, 2025. Can you believe it already? I guess it's just how time moves, right? I am here to help raise the frequency of the planet. VIP Deborah, thank you for the balloons. That was so cute. VIP Deborah is in the house. I am here to raise the frequency of the planet, and I do that by using my voice and reminding you how powerful you are. You came into this world as the most powerful energy, as a master manifestor and creator of your reality. So I'm here to help you release the limiting beliefs that somebody programmed you with from the ages of 0 to 7 and help you reprogram your subconscious mind so you can have everything you want in life and likely more. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. If you're new, say hello. All right, VIP Deborah, those balloons were so cute. VIP Catherine says, good morning, friends. Good morning. To my Cosmic Collective members, how are you feeling after last night's session? I feel like last night's session inside of the spiritual chat was a moment of serious, it was a new frequency inside of the collective. Did anybody else feel it? I'm pretty sure you all felt it in some way, some shape, somehow. But it is obvious that the group that started together is a different group now, and it is not because of different faces. It is because the energy has shifted in a very powerful way, and I'm very proud of you. VIP Catherine says, I feel like we cracked open a couple of tough nuts. VIP Deborah says, it was a new frequency, all right, my whole body, hands, feet tingling. Yeah, it was a new frequency. Yep. It really was. It's a group, it's a collective, and the collective is moving into higher frequencies. Super beautiful to experience and be a part of. So thank you all the members that are hanging out with me there. If you are looking for a spiritual community and you need some help on your spiritual journey, or you're just the spiritual kind of outcast of your family or your friends and you need somebody to talk to about these things on a daily basis, and join the Cosmic Collective. You get spiritual lessons, you get monthly group energy healings, monthly live Q&As with me and along all the other group members, and you get access to a daily Discord as well, along with special resources and VIP discounts for you as a member. Okay, so let's get on with the show. Enough of that, Lindsay. Let's get on with the show. Today we are talking about, it's so tricky. I need to figure out this chat thing. Okay, there. We're going to continue the conversation about Neville Goddard. Forrest Fairy, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. If you're new here, say hello if you plan on sticking around. Jackie's in the house. Hey, Jackie. Hey, April. Hey, Miracle Happens. I love that. Okay, so we talked yesterday. We kind of left off the show yesterday. This is Neville Goddard conversation with Lindsay's kind of flair thrown in. We talked yesterday about the only limits in your life are those you allow to exist in your mind. We talked about that. We talked about how the world must conform to your beliefs. Your world, by the way, not everybody else's. Your world must conform to your beliefs. We talked about how nature shows us that the circumstance that we're in life is not real. It's ever changing, right? So Neville was really opening this whole conversation around how you should not pay attention to your current circumstances. I talk about this often. Your current circumstances are old manifestations. Let's not get caught up in our old manifestations. Let's just keep creating something new, something better, something more desirable and enjoyable, right? Realizing we can always shift our energy. We can always shift our manifestations and our reality. So Neville Goddard says you need imagination, faith, and focus to create your reality. Imagination, faith, and focus. Focus, depending on the labels you give yourself and the foods you eat and how much time you spend outdoors and how, if you honor your energy, could be challenging. Faith could be tricky. We're programmed to be impatient people. Ooh, I just got a fragment. That's awesome. Thank you for all the likes, Catherine. I appreciate you. We're programmed to be impatient people. So sometimes faith is tricky. We lose faith when something's not coming to us fast enough, right? So faith could be tricky, and imagination could be very tricky. A lot of adults forget that they are master creators. You are a creator first and foremost. You are an artist first and foremost. You probably don't label yourself as one because you're like, well, I don't paint and sell my paintings. But it doesn't matter what you do. You're creating your reality, which means you are an artist. However that looks for you, right? And so remember that we need to use our imagination to constantly be creating. And so I gave the example yesterday that if you struggle with using your imagination and tapping into your creativity, get into the imagination zone by pretending the floor is lava. Play it with yourself. Maybe you're 35 years old, maybe you're 40, maybe you're 50, maybe you're 25, and you're like, you want me to play the floor is lava with myself? And I would say yes. For a couple of minutes at least, get yourself in imagination mode. And then from there, let it go wild. Start imagining your best reality. But if you have a hard time tapping in, play the game first. Mel says to VIP Catherine, tough nut right here. No such thing, no such thing. Jojo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Mel, I'm super proud that you spoke up for yourself last night, and it was a really great conversation. All the way through, it was a powerful conversation. Because when conversations like that happen where there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this, it gives everybody a chance to really connect on some level, right? Depending on the topic. And it gives everyone else a chance to support too. So it's really powerful, super beautiful. Thanks for showing up for yourself and being there. Okay, so we left off with nature telling us and proving to us that circumstances change because the seasons change. So nature isn't like, oh man, it's winter and the trees are like, all my leaves fell off. Man, I guess I'm just gonna stay here. Life sucks, all my leaves are gone. So for the next 5 years, I'm just gonna be a naked tree with no leaves. No, nature's like, okay, well, this is the time where my leaves fall off. And then in a couple months, they'll grow back. Hello, so nature proves that circumstances change. Let's not get stuck in our circumstances, okay? VIP Catherine says to Mel, I'm super happy and proud you shared with us. Gave me messages I also needed to hear. Yeah, super beautiful. VIP Deborah says, I'm 100% sure we all connected on all kinds of different levels. Something hit everyone. Yes, it did. Yeah, you guys are great. Grateful for everyone, Mel says. Yeah. If you guys are looking for a super supportive space and place to spend your time on the internet that is positive, encouraging, non-judgmental, and you can say whatever it is you need to say in the words that you want to say it with people really listening to you actively, then join the Cosmic Collective. I don't know what else to say about the Cosmic Collective. It's a place that's kind of undescribable in my mind because it's ever changing and ever evolving, but it's always energetically focused. And it will always come back to energy because I always come back to energy because when you learn energy and you know how to speak energy, you create your reality. All right, thank you for the share, Mel L. I appreciate it. Let's keep going. So, Barbara's in the house. Barbara, thank you for the gifter badge. I don't know what the heck is happening with my gifts. Like I see them sometimes, but thank you guys. For those that are giving likes and gifts, I really appreciate you. For the follows, I appreciate you always, always, always. I'm almost at 30,000 followers. If you are an OG, you know that you probably met me on a live, because most people meet me on a live now. You met me on a live back in May or June, and I was like, hey guys, it's me, Lindsay. I have spiritual ideas in my brain that I want to share with you. And I think at that point I was at 6,000 followers, and now I'm at almost 30. Go girl, go girl. I did it. I'm doing it. I should say I'm doing it because I'm going to keep growing, right? Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, VIP Catherine. Good morning, Sarah on YouTube. Welcome to the show. All right, Charlize, welcome to the show. Is it Charlize? Are you the same Charlize that hangs out with me on TikTok? Charlize Tarot, I think. Are you on YouTube watching me? I love this. I love like the crossover. Thank you for being here. Hi, I just followed. Awesome channel. Well, Barbara, thank you for the follow. Just follow. Thank you. Illuminate your light. I appreciate that. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Yeah, sometimes they're not giving me like follows. Oh, I see. Follow Black Creator. There you go. Some of the stuff is like the way they're saying it is different. Like sometimes it just says followed you, and now it's like follow the live creator. There's all these words, so I'll have to pay attention more. Yes, Charlize says, well, Charlize, welcome to YouTube. I hope you're enjoying it over there. Okay, so let's figure out. I've got to find in my notes. So Neville goes on to say, we're going to start off with something strong. Welcome to Wednesday morning. He says, decide today that you are in charge of your destiny. Ooh, what? I get to do that. I get to do that. I get to decide today that I am in charge of my own destiny. Ooh, I like that. Some people won't like it because it gives you all the power. The power for you to create your reality, not the power for you to like go boss people around, right? So are you cool with your own? Good morning, VIP Deborah. Deborah on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Go girl. You log when things are in alignment. Yes, go on for that. I love that. Glad you're here with us. Yep, same, Barbara. Same. Oh, you not log. I was like, okay, well, I log when things are in alignment too. I actually do journal that out. But I also love it as well. Yeah, you'll love our community. That's so true, Catherine says, VIP Catherine. The camera quality looks great, by the way. Ooh, good. It's my streaming service called OBS. If you stream on YouTube, it's called OBS and it's free. I'm not like an affiliate or anything. It's just good. It's just good. Emma is back in the chat. Hey, Emma, welcome and thank you for the heart me. All right. So he says, decide today that you are in charge of your destiny. Take responsibility for your dreams and actively pursue them. actively pursue them. If we dream and dream and dream, we're dreaming. But if we dream and then we take small, consistent steps each day towards our dream, we're creating our dream. We're building it, and eventually you live it. And then you realize that the dream or the end goal is just a place so that you could take the journey. And the journey really is the beautiful experience, right? And Sarah, actually, this makes Art Go Show. What if you just created an end goal? I'm speaking directly to you, but for whoever's wondering about this, what if you just created an end goal so that you could take the journey? Because the journey really is the beauty of it all. And maybe that'll help you. Maybe that'll help you. Shirley, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. VIP Aaron is in the house. Hey, Emma says hey. Hi. All right. So he goes on to say that possibility thinking expands your vision and allows you to see beyond limitations. Possibility thinking. What's possible? What's possible? Can you think past societal norms? Can you think past the labels that somebody's placed on you or you've placed on you? Can you think past, I'm meant to buy the house with the white picket fence? And that's okay if that's your desire, if it's your desire. But what if your desire is bigger than that? Can you think past that? One time, a few years ago, I saw this idea where they were going to build these beautiful, luxurious pods. Literally, they were like stands in the ocean and they were pods. And you had to they were kind of like, you crawled up into them and there was a bunch of pods and it was kind of like a community of pods in the ocean. And I was like, these are really cool. And then I thought to myself, how cool is it that somebody thought of this first and foremost? And how cool is it that I found it? Because now it's in my brain and I'm like, what if I lived in one of those pods? And then I was like, well, what about if there's like a huge typhoon or something? I wonder what the safety is of those pods. And then like, you would probably want to get all your besties to be having pods next to you so you could have like parties. But then I was like, how would you like hang out? Like, where would you go? You'd have to have a boat. And I thought about all these things, but inside these pods were gorgeous. And it was such cool ideas. I was like, wow, somebody thought outside of the box. So can you expand your mind and ideas past? What is a possibility? You could say, well, the possibility is that I end up getting everything I ever wanted in life. Ooh, that's an exciting possibility. I don't know, food for thought. Love the journey, thanks. You're welcome. Art Go Show, you're welcome. Life is all about the journey and the adventures. Yep, amen to that. That's what makes us stronger anyway. BRB. Okay, Barbara, do what you gotta do. So he says we need to use our imagination, we need to use our focus and our faith. He says faith is the unwavering conviction that your dreams are achievable. Sometimes when I think to myself, Lindsay, are you crazy? You have big dreams in your heart. Are you a little crazy? Oh, maybe, who cares, right? But then I think to myself, all I need to do is see one person that has done what it is I desire to do, and I know I can do it. And then when I'm maybe wavering in my faith, which rarely happens anymore because I am so just on the path, my path, Lindsay's path, sometimes I'll say, God, Source, Universe, Creator, can you send me a sign? Any sign will do. I'm pretty aware, so I'll see it for sure. But make it obvious enough so I do see it and I don't miss it. Can you give me a sign? And then when the sign comes, I say, thank you times a million. That very rarely happens in my journey now because I'm very much guided by my higher self. Ooh, I should have started with that story. You guys had a really interesting morning. I'll get into that in a second. But when I was first starting off on my journey, I asked for signs a lot. How else are you going to build the communication and the conversation with your higher self and God, Source, Universe, Creator, whatever you want to call it here? Pick a label. How else, right? Faith is the unwavering conviction that your dreams are achievable. So if you're starting off on your journey or you're starting off on your goal and it feels a little bit overwhelming and it feels like, why do I have this crazy goal in my heart? Who decided this? Then start asking for the signs. You are the one who has to initiate the conversation with your higher self. You have to be a little bit assertive in that conversation. And it's a really beautiful time to start the conversation. We have Venus in Aries just yesterday. Jupiter is direct in Gemini. We'll throw a little astrology in if you're interested. Venus in Aries is playful and adventurous and spontaneous, but Venus in Aries is also bold in their communications in love. Hey, higher self, I, little body down here, love you. All out there. I love you. Can you help me with XYZ? I really need some guidance. What do you think? I started having a conversation with my higher self this morning, and I'm going to get a little bit off of the Neville Goddard conversation right now, just to share this with you. I started speaking to my higher self this morning when I was walking, as I do. Typically, I start to receive downloads, ideas, information. I received an idea this morning that could give me creating to do. I don't want to call it work because it's not. Could give me creating to do for the next, I don't know, maybe 6 months after I finish what I'm creating now. So I'm still working on creating something for all of you, a really powerful, transformative course. And after that, I just got an idea that's going to last maybe, I don't know, 6 months, a year, depends on how quickly I can do it, but I don't rush anything, right? And so I was talking to my higher self, and I was giving myself affirmations. I said, I'm the type of person who really helps change people's lives. I'm the type of person who sends positivity out to the universe. I'm the type of person who, what did I say? I was like, I'm the type of person who always tries to give somebody something really encouraging or supportive to think about. I'm the type of person who might say something that's a little bit bold to kind of break somebody's paradigm up. I'm the type of person who's ready to accept all the abundance that's meant for me. I do accept all the abundance that's meant for me. I have all the abundance that's meant for me. And I kept repeating all these different affirmations, and I was letting them flow through me. And then all of a sudden I had one, and then I heard say it again. And I was like, oh. So I said, okay, I said it again. And they said, say it again. And I said it again. And they said, say it again. And I said it again. Say it again. Say it again. It kept happening. Say it again. And then finally, I really pushed it out there. I was like, whoa, not in an angry way, just like a convicted way. Like, da, 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 I am. And it stopped. No more say it again. You can have conversations with your higher self, and your higher self will guide you, but you've got to start the conversation. So interestingly enough, which I think is really beautiful, is, you know, most of you know I'm learning QHHT through Dolores Cannon's teachings. And in the part I'm at in the studies, she's talking about how the higher self will talk to you. And she says that the higher self gets kind of annoyed with us humans. They'll say, she's never listening. We try to tell her. We always try to tell her. We always try to tell her, but she's never listening. She'll shrug it off as some coincidence, or it's, you know, her logical mind will try to take over her ego to rationalize. She's never listening. So are you listening? Are you listening to your guidance? So if I heard say it again and I ignored that, I am kind of like almost starting a fight with my higher self, in a sense, a little bit of a breakup. The higher self doesn't want to be ignored. The higher self is here to guide and lead. But if we think from an ego perspective, from our brain, that we're smarter than our highest form of guidance, then there's a bit of an issue. Friction occurs, right? We start to have a little bit of a fight. So I said it again, and I said it again, and I said it again, and I was like, okay, geez, what do they want from me? And finally I just said, right? Ugh, out from the solar plexus, from the heart, and mostly from the solar plexus and the heart. Well, of course, from the throat too, your authority voice. And then it stopped. And I was like, oh, that must have satisfied my higher self. It was really powerful. And I thought to myself at that moment, I just stepped into a new frequency. Because I think, to me, what that kind of meant to me was programming. They were helping me reprogram your subconscious mind. Coding. They were helping me code. I am. Okay, that's enough. You believe it. We're done with this. Okay, keep going with your day. Let me get caught up with the comments. VIP Deborah says, I did this, Lindsay. Now I'm starting to see signs like I knew it's you. Like I knew you were going to say this. Yeah, trust your intuition. I love that, VIP Deborah. Mel says to VIP Deborah, thank you. So glad to have you on my corner. Yep, we are. VIP Deborah says, can't hardly wait until you do something with Dolores Cannon stuff. It's in the works. It's in the works. Arco Show says, chills. Allow yourself to communicate with your higher self. It's not weird. It's not scary. Your higher self is never going to be... they'll be a little bit nudging, like say it again, a little bit authoritative, say it again, a little bit sometimes demanding, say it again, but it will eventually, they're guiding you, they're helping you integrate a new frequency, they're helping you evolve into the greatest version of yourself. How beautiful is that, right? How beautiful is that? Thank you for the rose. Just a reach, right? I'm not sure how you say your name. Ooh, what's happening here? I don't want that. All right, let's keep going with the Neville Goddard conversation. So faith is the unwavering conviction that your dreams are achievable. Step into your faith. It takes a minute to cultivate faith. Just so we're all clear, I didn't have the faith I have now 3 years ago. I remember honestly, probably you could scroll back and it would take a lot of scrolling to go back on TikTok. And I didn't really start taking my TikTok super seriously back then. And my Instagram, I kind of cleaned up. But 3 years ago, Lindsay was like a very pushing out desperate vibes, like really like, I need to get this off. Like kind of frazzled, kind of crazy. And I still am a little bit that energy, but I think it's in a more like grounded sense. That's my perception anyway. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong, and I'll be open to that feedback. But it was an energy of like trying too hard. It's like it's like, girl, you're doing too much. And then eventually I realized I was doing too much because I felt like I was going to be the one that controlled it all. And faith is a big, like, let's step into our surrender energy and trust that as we continue to show up for ourselves in our most authentic version that we can, we will attract the people that desire what we know. Right? So Catherine says, yes, my faith gets stronger when I continue to stay in alignment. You guys are so cute. You're like flip-flopping, and I love this. Tony says your energy comes from your heart space now. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. As does yours, my friend. You said, yes, hi, I always watch your videos. Love it here. Oh, well, thanks for being here. And thanks for saying hello. And thanks for the roses. So sweet. Okay, so he says, find one story that indicates this is such to cultivate your faith. So if you are struggling to know that your dreams are achievable, you could find a story of somebody who had a dream and then achieved it. And there's many in this lifetime. And you could find somebody, in fact, that has a very similar beginning as you and has gone through similar circumstances as you and come out way on top. And that's why I believe that the world is abundant for all, because you hear of people really just elevating themselves from wherever they started, whether it's whatever city they started in, whatever country they started in, and then all of a sudden they're just like out there and they've created this beautiful life for themselves. So if one person can do it, you can too, because we're all made from the same energy. We're just kind of configured differently. That's okay. VIP Jewel says, good morning, friends. Sorry I'm late. Work meetings and in-office days are really something else. Well, that's okay. You're never late. You're always right on time. Chapters of Rebecca says, your energy is so good. I enjoy watching your lives. It has come back to me a few times now. Well, thanks for being here. Hit the follow button. Hang out with me Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cass, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Chapters of Rebecca, thank you for the follow. I missed that part. Thank you so much for the kind words. Okay. So find somebody that has the same story as you to cultivate your faith. Ask for signs to cultivate your faith. Start the conversation with your higher self or God, Source, Universe, Creator to cultivate the faith. Because when you have faith and focus and imagination, you create your reality. Remember, it's your reality. You're not creating the world for everybody else. You're creating it for yourself. That's okay. That's what we're here to do. The only person that lives in your reality anyway is you, because you're the only one with your own perspective. You're the only one. So pick the one, right? Silent for you, FYP lurker until today. Well, welcome. Thanks for using your voice. Hello. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Elizabeth, I do not do those types of conversations in these chats. But thank you for being here. Okay. My manifestations, Catherine says, my manifestations are showing up in others and I'm accepting it as mine is on the way. VIP Catherine. I was thinking about something this morning when I was making my coffee and my spirulina drink, which was, we all know that first the inner world has to change for the external world to change. That's kind of common spiritual 101 knowledge. If you don't know, now you know. You have to change the inner world to change the outer world. All right, so inside of the Cosmic Collective, every single one of you that know, which you know who you are, you know, and I would say every single one of you already is this. So all of you inside of the Cosmic Collective that are putting in the time and hanging out and putting in and doing the spiritual lessons and showing up on the Q&As and the group energy healings, you have all changed your inner world. You already all have. You came to me in a certain place You have changed for the positive. You have grown and evolved. I don't really love the word change. You have grown and evolved into a higher frequency person. So wouldn't the expectation next be that the outer world will change? Yeah, of course. It's the law. So let it be what it is, right? Oh, you guys are so awesome. I'm loving this like YouTube chat. Thank you so much. I'm loving the TikTok chat. Life is good. Life is good. He says, if one person can do it, so can you. And, or maybe that was me. Maybe these are my ideas. Oh, these are my ideas. Okay. That's why I say it's also important to be in a strong relationship with your higher self and source, because in moments of wavering faith, you can ask for guidance and it will be sent to you. And it will be sent immediately. Immediately. If you have ringing in your ears, VIP Deborah, it is your higher self or God, source, universe, creator asking you to level up your frequency. If it's really bothersome, you can say, please tone it down, and visualize the dial and turn it down. And it happens immediately, right, VIP Deborah? Right? It happens immediately. When I get the ringing in my ears now, I say, bring it on. Let's go up, up, up. Take me there. I'm ready. I want to be on that frequency with you. Take me there. So I'm not a tone it down kind of girl. I'm a let's keep going higher. Why not? I'm creating my reality, and when I'm in my highest frequency, it's the easiest thing to do. VIP Yafa Empress is in the house. It's been a minute, my friend. Chapters of Rebecca says, what do you do to find yourself, know yourself? I feel lost after having kids and maybe never got to know me. Chapters of Rebecca, one of the best things I ever did for myself is I went on Amazon back in like 2019. It was maybe like right after my spiritual awakening or right before. And I bought a journal, and it was just a self-reflection journal. And I didn't like look at the reviews or anything. It's just self-reflection journal, and I picked one. And it had all these random prompts in it. And I did it. Every day I picked a new prompt, and I thought about it, and I meditated on it, and I wrote it out. And I didn't write out like the fluffy version. I wrote out like the legit, like this is my perspective version. I didn't water myself down at all. It was my journal. Nobody's gonna read it. And if you're worried about that, like get like a safety deposit box or something at the post office and like lock it in there or something, right? And that was one of the best things I did to start to learn myself, and then meditate and all those things. I'm a in words I understand so I can level up kind of girl. I love that, Cass. VIP Deborah says, yes, I've been asking it now instead of to quiet down, bring it on. Yeah, VIP Deborah, go on, my friend. It's going to help you with your healing business too, right? Charlize says, sounds like it was during your awakening. The self-reflection journal, yeah, I can't remember. A lot of my books are in storage. No, you know what? Hold on. I actually think it might be right here. If it is right here, then I know the dates. Oh, of course I didn't date it. Oh, I did date it. Here is the journal. January 2022. So it's actually after my awakening. But interestingly enough, 2022 was probably one of the hardest years during my awakening. I just started my business. I was living in Santa Monica. My partner was extremely stressed out. And because he was stressed out, it was like I was really just managing the energy of the household for him and I, and like being his support. And it was really challenging for me to promote my business in that energy. So I actually started writing it in 2022, January 2022. I'll show you guys. I'll show you the date so you're like, okay, this girl's legit. You guys, I'm not somebody on the internet that's just telling you what to do. I actually live this life. So, you know, there's that. I don't play. January 2022. This is a journal entry. You guys can say, is this true or not? Yes or no? Here are some qualities and characteristics that really truly define me. I wrote assertive, passionate, caring, charismatic, curious, intuitive, confident, courageous, and optimistic. I was feeling myself when I wrote that. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, 2022, Lindsay. I'll take it. So there it is. Charlize says yes. VIP Deborah says, Lindsay 100% lives what she tells us. She experiments at first for her and then brings it to us. Thank you. Yeah, I do. I love to experiment. And I'm not going to bring like a crap experiment. Whatever I create is because I had to do it for myself, and then I'm like, okay, the world needs it, so I'm gonna put it in a package, and I'm gonna put a little price tag on it, and I'm gonna send it out. 100% nailed it, Tony. Thank you for that. Yeah, meditation is always a great step too, of course. Meditation. I never recommend meditation because the assumption is that every day we're meditating like 5 to 10 minutes at least. You can meditate for 5 minutes. You can close your eyes. You can put on some nice music and just breathe into the heart chakra and out for 5 minutes, and that's technically meditation, right? So, Chapters of Rebecca said, so did you write down what you wanted to be or what you feel you are, because that is what the link, the key? What does that mean? I don't know what the emoji means, Chapters of Rebecca. No, this is a self-reflection journal. I was raw. I'm not going to read you like other things that... Okay, how about this? I just opened to this page. I literally just opened to this page. I'll read you something that is raw because I just want to like get it out there, okay? I'm not trying to hide something from my life. This page says, do it from the heart or not at all. The prompt is, there are some things I always do from the heart. There are some things that I would like to stop doing altogether. Now, this is January 2022. I wrote, these are some of the things I always do from the heart. Listen, give advice, gift give, inspire, share, motivate, and boost people's confidence. And I said, these are some things I would like to stop doing altogether. Limiting myself and choosing to lower my vibration. Lower vibe things. That's what I'd like to stop doing altogether. So it's a raw conversation with yourself, right where you're at in that moment. Because it helps you learn yourself, right? I should reread this because now I'm like, oh wow. I'm going to reread that later today. That's actually really inspiring. VIP Jules on YouTube says, I've noticed a huge change in where in my body I hold stress since I started breathing through my heart chakra with you each morning. I love that, VIP Jules. Thank you for sharing. Catherine says, same. VIP Catherine says, same. I've had big changes in my chakra breathing in the front and back of our heart space. Sarah says, Argo Show says, love it. Yeah, you're welcome. VIP Deborah says, wow, I'm so blessed that I found you, that the universe lined us up. Oh, thank you for that. Lala's in the house. Good morning, Lala. Oh, a broken chain. I see. I was like, I don't get it. Lala says, that's exactly what you did. You only do high vibrational things and help a lot of people. That's my goal, you guys. VIP Deborah says, I like meditating with frequency music to a certain chakra or for a certain chakra or the whole body healing. Yep. Dances with paintings. I'm doing an experiment for the month of February, loving on and taking excellent care of me. Such a good experiment. Yeah. I'm supposed to be finishing an experiment tomorrow. Although I wasn't a great scientist, so I'm not really quite sure what I should do in this example. Okay, here's the example. I started off with a certain experiment, but then I realized that I was doing something that also was similar, that was overlapping for half of the experiment. So should I put out my results and let them know that's what I was doing, and then just continue the experiment for another 2 weeks? I wanted to do 30 days. I think I'm going to put out the results tomorrow, and then I'm going to say, this is where I stopped, and then I'm going to take another 2 weeks, and take it out 30 days, and then see what happens in those 30 days. I think that's what I want to do. I'll follow my intuition. Yes, Charlie says, okay. Yeah, I'm going to follow my intuition there. Catherine says, evaluate the results now, make the changes, and start again. I could make the changes, but I've already started. Like, I've already restarted. Yeah, I have a plan. Okay. I just needed to talk that out. Sometimes you know how you just need to say it so you can like figure it out? Sometimes that happens. All right. Neville Goddard says, when faith grows stronger than fear, and by the way, you cannot have two together. It's a balancing act most of the time. Oh, my OBS is disconnecting. No, don't do that. I request the most benevolent outcome. 1 second, you guys. I request the most benevolent outcome that this reloads immediately. Thank you. Reconnects immediately. Thank you times a million. Boom. If you guys need help, yeah, I just request, I hope you guys are back on YouTube. You can ask your angels to help you immediately. I do it all the time for technology reasons. This is the second day in a row that my streaming software disconnected. So you know how I just stopped and I said, I request the most benevolent outcome that this reconnects immediately. It would just like that, reconnect. Yeah, reconnect. So use your angels. Build the connection, you guys. Yes, I will, VIP Catherine. Fear is the guide of where you need to put your faith to heal and level up. Ooh, I love that, Cass. That's great. Yeah. He says, when faith grows stronger than fear, miracles happen. So just tip the scales, right? 51% faith every day, at least try for it. I've gotten so, I've trained my mind so well that the second that I even like have the beginnings of a negative thought, I'm like, oh, we're not finishing that thought. Like, no. Yeah, VIP Catherine reconnected yesterday. Yeah, I learned that from, I always forget his name. I always forget the guy's name. Shoot. He wrote a book, and basically he says, this is how you talk to your angels. I request the most benevolent outcome for the best parking spot, for the internet to reconnect, for whatever. Yeah, cancel, delete, exactly. So, let's see. Neville Goddard goes on to say that bold dreams inspire bold actions. Can we get some likes on the screen, you guys? You guys, I think everyone gets so into it now that we forget to like just push the screen a few times. Doesn't have to be forever, but just a few times. Bold dreams inspire bold actions and lead to extraordinary outcomes. Thank you, Charlize. Charlize says, I'm 50% there with the negative thoughts. Well, you're 51. Just add 1 more percent, girl. You got this. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. So, remember you guys back when I was manifesting 20 million followers on TikTok? And I finally just said, I know it's going to come to me, so I'm going to change my manifestation. Remember that? The day that I changed it from, I'm going to go back in my journal. I'm going to go back in my journal. Once again, proof is in the pudding. I'm not here to play. I'm not here to like sell you on some dream. That's not my goal. My goal is to level your life up. I started writing that I vividly see 50,000 followers on my TikTok. That was on November 7th, 2024. On... I wonder if I wrote down the day. Shoot, I didn't. I would say probably around, it was 26 days. I would say probably around January. January 21st is when I switched it. Oh, I guess I could just back into it. So January 21st is when I switched it. So like, let's count it. Let's say around the beginning of January. I went from saying 50,000 or maybe December, 50,000 to 75,000. I was like, 50,000 seems kind of puny. I want more than that, 75. Then from there, it only took me a week and I started writing 150,000 because I was getting really good. I was feeling good. I was like, I know this is on its way. I know I can do it. So like, let's keep upping the ante. Then on a Friday, and I actually could go back to the day, but I can't do it right now because I don't want to mess up my streaming. But I could pick the exact day. Maybe I'll share it with you guys tomorrow. That I decided to write, instead of 150, I actually wrote 150 and I was like, this seems so stupid. Like, I know I'm going to get past that. So I just crossed it off in my journal. You guys can see, I wrote all this. I'm not playing. I crossed off 150 in my journal and I wrote 20 million. That was the same day I posted a video that went really, I wouldn't even call it viral. I got like a 300,000 views. That's pretty good though. I'll take it. And I ended up getting 3,000 followers from that video on the same day that I was brave enough to declare that I wanted 20 million followers. Why? Because I was brave enough to finally admit what the heck I wanted for myself. And Universe was like, well, finally she said it. Let's reward her. Like, it's very simple, you guys, but don't overcomplicate, right? Don't overcomplicate. Oh, sorry, I wrote it down. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so funny. I wrote it literally in my notes. So remember when I finally declared I wanted 20 million followers or more on TikTok? That's the night I made a post that brought me 2,000. Now I wrote this yesterday morning. 2,961 followers in one post. And I wrote this yesterday morning. You know, I'm ahead of myself sometimes, I swear. Go big or go home, right? Yafa Empress, VIP Yafa Empress, thank you for sharing the live. You guys, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. We bumped up to 4,000. Yeah, back in the day, everyone was like, trigger happy, I guess. Wait, I do remember that would be a great video. Oh, that would be a great video, Charlize. Thank you for that. Yeah, so many things I want to create in my life, right? And then you think, which ones do I pick first? And then you just pick and you see what works and then you keep going. Leaving little nuggets for your future self. No kidding, right? I'm like, geez, I already wrote this. I was like, oh, I should be able to find it. Wait, just kidding. It's right here in front of me. Neville Goddard says, be mindful of saying I am versus I want. Because remember, the subconscious mind, it listens to what you tell it. So if you were to say, I want, I want, I want, guess what? Your subconscious mind is, well, we'll keep you wanting. No problem. You could want it forever. We'll keep having you want it. Versus I have, I am. I'm the type of person who. That idea, I'm the type of person who, was introduced to me recently. I hadn't heard that before, really in context of affirmations, and I love that. I'm the type of person who helps people, transforms the people's lives. Right? So be mindful of I am versus I want, because the subconscious mind listens to what it tells you. That's why it's a program, and you get to reprogram and code it how you want. Remember, you're coding it. So I am means you have it. I want means you will keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. Catherine says to Charlize, you can change the negative, start with recognizing the negative, then saying the opposite, seeing the positive. Even if it's hard to accept, just keep looking for the positive, and then you'll start seeing it everywhere. Yeah. Finding the abundance in every single day. Finding the silver lining. There's always a silver lining. But sometimes we have to look very hard for it. We have to put on like x-ray goggles, right? VIP Deborah says, I have proof in words. I said take one, and I ended up doing take two. VIP Deborah, as soon as I watched that, I was like, oh boy. And then the camera switched, and I didn't see your email, but I had already watched the video. So I was like, did the camera switch, or is this me? Am I making this up? I was like, no, for sure. The whole thing just switched. And then it made me really giggle. I was like, oh, she did take two. Dances with Paintings, thank you for the follow. Yeah, VIP Deborah is the latest Reiki Master out of my Reiki Master Healing course. If you are interested in becoming a Reiki Master and starting out your own Reiki healing business, you might want to join that course. Catherine says abundance and gratitude are everything, are the key. Seeing abundance and gratitude and everything is key. Yep. So you guys, it's 9:49, so we're going to leave it at this next conversation. This next sentence is a great place to leave you and have you go about your day and really start to create your best reality. So I'll say it, and then from there, we're going to do our journaling together. Oh, it's Wednesday, so VIPs only. So this is for VIPs only. So YouTubers, after we talk about this, I'll let you guys go. VIPs on TikTok, stick around. We're going to go to subscriber only viewing, and we're going to do our manifestations and energetic wave, right? My YouTube, you guys, is, I don't know, I'm getting like multiple subscribers every time I wake up each morning on my YouTube. So it's absolutely working. It's absolutely working. All right. So the last thing we'll leave you with is Neville Goddard says, intentional action creates momentum and builds confidence. So don't waste time and energy on things that aren't moving you toward your goals. He says, and I love this, for those of you that are inside the Cosmic Collective that started your system, you created it, and it has one thing on it, kudos to you that you created it. And even if it has one thing on it, still kudos to you. You did something very powerful for yourself. Neville Goddard says, even small, consistent steps lead to significant progress over time. It's a beautiful mathematical equation. How come it won't let, okay, this is so weird. You're the second person that says it won't let you subscribe to my channel. What's happening here? TikTok? What's happening? Why? Can I Google it really quickly? Let you ponder on it. Why can't people subscribe to my TikTok? Bugs in the app. TikTok servers being down, account flagged as spam, which sounds wild, I'm not spamming, and exceeding the 10,000 follow limit, but that's so weird, that doesn't make sense. Can't access live subscription, but I can set, I finally got a notification which tells me, this is not just me. I don't know, you guys, I'll have to try to fix it, not fix it. It's actually live, okay. All right, VIP Jules, have a great day. I hope work goes well for you. Yeah, I'm not sure why it won't let you. It hasn't worked right since we got TikTok back. We can't do any uploads, so any bugs can't be fixed since the ban. There's an issue with subscriptions. You have to do it from a desktop. Oh, thank you guys. Says can't connect to the Apple server. Oh, I see. So you have to reload from the desktop, from the web browser. You have to subscribe from the web browser. I see. So annoying. They, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure it'll get fixed sooner or later, but until then, all it is kind of like messing everything up. Why you gotta mess up a good thing, huh? VIP Aaron says, since it still isn't in the App Store, there won't be any updates. Yeah, I see. Good to know, VIP Catherine. Use PayPal. Don't let them steal your credit card number. That's not good. Okay. So once again, I'm going to say it one more time, you guys. One more time. Intentional action creates momentum. We all know that, right? Action creates momentum. But the next part, and builds confidence. You don't have any confidence to do something, so you don't ever do it. But by never doing it, you cause frustration and regret because you really want to do it, but you don't have the confidence to do it. But what you're failing to realize is you gain the confidence by doing it over and over and over again until it becomes a program in your subconscious mind. So that little bubble of fear, that little hump that you've got to get over, that's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just go for it, girl or guy or person. Do it. Like Nike says, just do it, right? That's what that is. That's like channel Mel Robbins and channel Nike. Put them together and just push the button. And then once you do it once, you're like, okay, I'm still here. I did it. Maybe my heart is racing a little bit, but I did it. And then you do it the second time and you're like, okay, that was better than the first. Getting the hang of this. And then the third and the fourth and the fifth. And then all of a sudden it builds your confidence. So Neville says, do not waste time and energy on things that are not moving you toward your goals. Right? This is where focus comes into play. Even small, consistent steps, for those of you that created one system for one goal and you have one thing in your system, know and trust that those small steps every day are going to lead you to success. Absolutely. It is inevitable. It must be. VIP Aaron says or VIP never says to VIP Aaron, yes, and when I went out and did that, that's the only way I could do it. Ooh, thank you, Aaron. See you tomorrow. Lala says to VIP Aaron, I hear you in my ear saying, stand in your truth, and I appreciate you saying that. I love that. You guys are so awesome. All right. Oof, the reminder message I needed. Now to go finish more dishes. Catherine, you've been washing dishes since last night. What the heck? All right, you guys. Let's go to subscriber only. Sorry for those that are having trouble getting in. Go to desktop. I guess that's the solution for now for all the redos and the uploads or the re-ups on your stars and your stickers and all those things and your coins. And for those of you on YouTube, have a great day. As soon as I hit the followers that I need or subscribers I get on YouTube to be monetized, guess what? You can be part of it too. It's just going to take a second. See you later, Charlize. Have a great day. Oh my gosh, I'm talking into the phone. That's what a phone is for, Lala. Silly girl. All right, you guys, have a great day on YouTube. I'm going to switch over now to subscriber-only TikTok. So have a great day for all of those that are not my VIPs. I will see you back here tomorrow at 9 a.m., I hope. And make sure to check out lindsaywithlove.com. There's lots of resources. There's blogs. There is astrology reports. There's everything you need to really level up your life there. And I'm constantly adding more so you can just keep getting better and better. Bye to my YouTubers. I'm going to